You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a rainy day here in Georgia. It's a rainy day in Gwinnett County. I can't even say Georgia because Georgia is so freaky when it comes to raining. It'll be raining across the street and not raining on my side of the street. So I'm going to say it's a rainy day here in my part of Georgia. I don't know. What about you? Is it raining where you are, G? Can't hear you. I think you muted. I can't hear you. All right, I don't know what happened. She was there a second ago, but she's gone now. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. Something ain't right. Hold up, Georgette. I think I know what the problem is. So those of you who are listening to me live right now, and you're wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, we're having some technical issues over here, so we are going to straighten them out in just 1 second. That's the only thing about technology. You have to just roll with it. So we had some problems when we first started. I thought everything was straight. Now I'm trying to get Georgette back on and she's not saying anything. But she'll be on in 1 second, y'all. And that's my fault, because here's the thing. I got all these gadgets attached to everything. So y'all just looking at me right now on Facebook like, what is she saying? I can't hear her. You'll be able to hear me right now. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes.
Oh my God.
What did you do?
Girl, so y'all know I'm a little bit of a geek, right? And so I got all this technology hooked up in this. Y'all can't see it, but it's like I got all this stuff hooked up in this space right here. And so the song probably played. Nobody heard the song because I made a mistake and closed out. So I work with a portable mixer. Not a portable. I work with a virtual mixer. Then I have the virtual studio. So all this stuff is hooked together. So what happens is whenever there's a problem with one of them, it kind of throws the rest of them off. So I made a mistake and closed out the virtual mixer. And I'm like, why can't Georgette hear me? So now that's why you can't hear me. So for those of you who are looking just a second ago saying, what is she saying? I was saying it is a rainy day. I'm going to say Gwinnett County. Is it raining where you are, Georgette?
Looking right out my window, it is. No, it's not raining. It's not this area. It's just cloudy.
It's crazy how the weather works over here. So right now, it'll be raining on this side of town and not raining on that side of town. It's weird, y'all. It's weird. But anyway, It's 71 degrees. We're going to probably have rain all day, only going up to a high of 72, which is, I like it myself. Like, I like the fall. I like the fall. But anyway.
So I love the fall. Snuggly kind of weather.
I know, and that today I really want to snuggle. However, that's not gonna happen because I got work to do. I worked again all weekend. I wasn't supposed to. It just happened that way. I finally shut down probably around about 7:30 yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to watch Hallmark, so y'all know how I feel about that. But anyway.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of good stuff happening. I ain't gonna complain. A lot of good stuff happening right now, and I'm just excited. So I woke up this morning. And I finally got approved to stream live on LinkedIn. I am souped up about that.
Yay!
Yeah, because LinkedIn does not approve everybody. So I'm so excited to being able to be approved to be live streaming on LinkedIn. So probably starting tomorrow. Because I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, holy crap, I'm not ready to go live on LinkedIn. Because, I'm pretty casual. LinkedIn is business and all that. I'm like, wait a minute, now I can't go live on LinkedIn yet. I got to get myself together. But anyway, that's a big milestone for the show, and not just for this show, for all the other 700 shows that I'm launching. No, I'm not launching 700 unless you want to be a part of the network. But anyway, it's a big deal because my biggest following is on LinkedIn. Like that's my biggest following, and I'm just grateful that things are just happening. Another good thing I got to announce, y'all. So I was supposed to be speaking at She Podcast next month in Arizona, and I just did not feel comfortable. Like it's a long ride from here to Arizona. It's a long flight. It's like 3 hours and 42 minutes, and much as I wanted to go and speak, I was like, I can't right now. Like, I feel claustrophobic being in places where I can't like stretch out. And it's because, they're talking about the variants and this and that. And so I just can't imagine right now me sitting on a plane for 3 hours and 42 minutes. Now, I did this for my birthday. I was in a different mindset because they weren't talking about the variant and this one and the Lambda and the Delta and the Mu. And they weren't talking about all that. We were just getting past, getting the vaccine. So it was okay. And I think had I got my vaccine back then and for my birthday? No, I hadn't even got I hadn't got it. But, I did all the social distancing stuff. I did everything I was supposed to have done and everything. But then they talking about all these different variants. So I just did not feel good sitting on the plane. I felt like, how some people are claustrophobic. I'm not that, but in my mind, and your mind rules everything. I was thinking I'm going to get on that plane and just feel claustrophobic and just paranoid. And I just felt like, personally, I don't think I would have been a good presenter because I just would have been so stressed out because of that.
To be worried. Yeah.
And then, so I told them I couldn't speak, and that really broke my heart that I couldn't speak. But I was like, listen, if you guys decide to do anything virtual, I'm there. And they emailed me yesterday and said, Audrey, we want you. We're going to do some virtual. So on my She Podcast, baby.
Yay.
Yeah, girl. I'm so excited about that. So I will be speaking at She Podcast, the only podcast festival just for women. And I spoke at the inauguration conference, like the very first one they had. I was a speaker. I'm so excited and blessed and grateful. And I'll be speaking again. So I'm excited about that. So I will be speaking virtually. I'll be virtual though, but you're gonna get your girl. So I'm excited about that. I also just got another opportunity to speak just this morning. Like I'm telling y'all, things have just been like rolling. But this is the thing about manifesting, right, G? Like we talk about this stuff all the time. And, my thing was, I want to be connected divinely, not just connected, divinely connected. Right. And I asked for that. That's part of the things.
Use the right words.
You got to use the right words. And so I wanted, I asked for divine collaborations, divine covenants, divine joint ventures, divine partnerships, because I need them to be divine. Right. So, because I've been in things where they weren't divine. And let me tell you something, when it's not divine, it doesn't work out. It just don't work out. And I've learned that. And I've seen times where things wouldn't work out and I would just totally just stress out and freak out. Like my computer just doing all kinds of funny things. And I'm using the speaker on my camera versus my microphone this morning. Like all kind of little freaky things like that. But I'm learning not to freak out about all that stuff. So I am grateful to be speaking at She Podcast again. I'm so excited about that. I'm also grateful. Yeah, that's cool. I'm speaking to a group of entrepreneurs next Wednesday. I'm speaking this Wednesday at the Chamber event about podcasting. For me, this is an opportunity for any business owner to learn about this medium and start using it to leverage it for marketing. And so I talk about that all the time because look at the doors it's opening for me. Like, I'm not sharing this stuff with you to be bragging or to be giving myself a pat on the back. But the doors that are opening because I podcast 4 days a week live, they're opening all around me. And I'm grateful for those doors. But what I want you to understand, especially if you're a business owner, is that you have to learn to leverage these platforms. You can't be afraid. For me, this is the easiest marketing platform for me out there. Like, you got Facebook, y'all, all these different things. This one, for me, is by far the easiest. And the reason it's the easiest is because it's the one that I'm most passionate about. It's the one I spend the most time on. It's the one that gets my message out. It's the one that's opening up a tremendous amount of doors. It's the one for me. And I do this easily. Do I get tired? Yeah, I'm human. I get tired. But I don't get so tired where I can say, oh, God, I don't never want to do that again. Nah, instead, I get so tired, like, let me lay down and take a rest. Let me think of another one I can launch. That's me. That's my tired. But anyway, let's get on with our show. I just wanted to share with you some, God is amazing, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that's coming my way. And so if I can help you launch your podcast and get it out there, I know for some of you it's a lot of work. For some of you, you don't like being behind the mic. You don't like being on the camera. You don't like any of that stuff. Trust me, being on camera is not easy for me. I'm like, for like about 20 minutes, I've been messing with my ponytail. Like, maybe I should take it down and do something different with my hair. Because I've been like, the ponytail look lopsided. So when I'm looking in the camera, if I do my head like this, The camera is mirror facing, so it screws me up all the time. Like,
yes.
honestly,
yes.
this right here in my room, see, now you see me point and look left, right? But the camera is mirror facing. This is actually my right side. But it looks left to you, because it looks left to me on this camera. So anyway, I digress. Let's get on with this show. All right, today is Monday, September the 20th. It's National Kid Care for Kids Day, National Fried Rice Day, National Punch Day, and National String Cheese. I know I love some cheese. Y'all know I love cheese. So if you like fried rice, now let me tell you this. I don't know about fried rice and cheese. I normally mix all that up together. Oh, it's also National Pepperoni Pizza Day. How the freak could I miss that one? If you like pepperoni pizza, just remember your carbs. That's all I'm going to say. If you like pepperoni pizza, just remember your carbs. Now, if you're on a keto diet, string cheese may be the thing for you. Not the rice. Rice is a carb. Don't eat rice and pizza together. It's a carb. And take care of the kids. Give them some punch and pizza and cheese. That's a lot of cheese, though, isn't it? Punch, pizza, and cheese.
That's too much cheese.
Not for me. Not for me, y'all. I love cheese. That's so shameful. I went to Papa Do's, and man, when I tell you, so I ordered the shrimp and crawfish dip. Fondue. Not dip. Fondue.
Fondue.
Man, I love that stuff. It's full of cheese, though. I ain't gonna lie. If you got...
Full of cheese. Trust me.
Yeah. If you're lactose intolerant, don't get that. Because it's full of cheese. A lot of cheese. All right, let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Tyson for today, Monday, September the 20th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. If you're willing to cut loose, you will find yourself in the midst of an exciting encounter. Okay, cut loose then. Aries gonna cut loose. You are better off visiting friends or relatives than entertaining at home. Don't let your friends talk you into taking time off. What? Listen, not my Aries. He need to take some time off. He just did a 7-day stretch, y'all. 7 straight days in a row, and he's back at it again today. Because they got this medicine they're putting out. And they honestly cannot find enough people to work in this space. Georgette, I don't know about you, but I remember the time when people would be knocking down doors to work at a pharmaceutical company, to work at a hospital, to work as a fireman or a police officer. Mm-hmm. They will run you over. Now, they can't even fill the positions. Like, that's nuts.
Even nurses.
Right? I mean,
because you remember, everybody wanted to be a nurse. Now, nobody wants to do that.
It's crazy. I'm like, what the freak is going on, people? But I think a lot of people decide they want to do their own thing. They want to be entrepreneurs. So, I don't know. What does that mean for sick people?
I have no clue what that means.
What is that?
It's unfortunate. It really is.
It's crazy. Taurus, you may be offered opportunities that will result in higher earning potential. Your sensitivity towards those you love will capture their hearts. Shopping could cost more than you bargained for. Listen, shopping always costs more than you bargained for. I went out yesterday. I had to go out and I went to get me some stuff. Went to Walmart of all places. Like I told so let me tell y'all this real quick because this is how bad I am with shopping, food shopping. Because I like what I like, so I don't really pay attention a lot to the prices. Because if I go to which is rare, if I go to the grocery store, it's very rare. But anyway, I went to Walmart. I went to go pick up some stockings. Don't ask me what they're for. I can't tell you, but I had to get some stockings. I went to go pick up some stockings. Who the heck wears stockings? I don't know. Anyway, nobody wears stockings. So I went to go pick up some stockings, but while I was there, I said, well, while I'm here, I might as well pick up me some stuff. I got a taste for some stroganoff. I like beef stroganoff. I need to pick up some hamburger meat. So I picked up some hamburger meat. I had need some cheese for my omelet, blah, blah, blah. And I get to so I'm looking at the hamburger meat. It's a nice pack of hamburger meat. It says $5.67. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good price for this hamburger meat. Let me look at it, make sure it's hamburger meat because it says $5.67 on it, right? So it's okay. Well, it's 93% lean. Okay, that's great. Mm-hmm. So I get to the register. Then he ring up everything, and then he rings up the hamburger meat, and it says $13. I said, $13.
$5.67 a pound.
Yes.
Or something. Yeah, I know.
I'm looking. I said, did that thing say $13? In my mind, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be embarrassing in the store because I was about to say, take it off. Because they know, my husband don't know. I'll be like, take that off. But I was like, okay, did that say $13? So he swiped the hamburger meat through, and he swiped my last thing through. And it went through. And then when I got my ticket, I'm like, I just paid $13 for some hamburger meat. So I called my daughter. I said, I'm in the car. I'm like, guess what I just did? And she said, what? I said, I'm in Walmart. And I was back there buying hamburger meat, and I was like, it's 93% lean. It's all good. I said, and I thought it was $5.67. She's like, $5.67? I said, yeah. I said, it was $13.90. She's like, oh, yeah, that's normal. I was like, normal? That goes to show you how much I don't shop. So, Taurus, I said all that to say, shopping can cost you more than you bargain for mostly all the time. That's what I'm just saying. I had to tell y'all that story. Gemini. An older member of your family may need assistance. You can bet officials will be waiting for you when you do. I don't know what you done did, Gemini, but the officials gonna be waiting on you. Hassles with your boss are sure to erupt if you speak your mind. And don't give your boss any backlip today, because it's gonna be a hassle. And the officials may be waiting for you. I'm just saying. Cancer. You may find that relationships are not going as well as you'd like. Financial investments that deal with joint money can be extremely prosperous. Okay, joint money. Romantic relationships should stabilize. So you got some things going on in your relationship. They're gonna stabilize with that money. Yeah, you about to make some money. You about to come into some cash, Cancer. It's about to be extremely, the word extremely being the key word, extremely prosperous. Do your thing. My daughter just embarked on a new venture, and so I'm praying that it works out for her. She's excited. Like, I don't never see her get too excited about a lot of it. Like, I'm always excited about something because I'm always launching something new. She's not like me. She doesn't launch things like I do. She's very meticulous and very careful about the things she signed up to. Me, I'm like, let's just launch it. And they don't do things like me. So she's embarking on a new adventure. And she's excited. I'm excited for her. I'll bring, like, once it's all done, I'll bring her on the show. We can talk about it. Leo, refrain from using the highway as a racetrack. You will not impress others by being foolishly generous. Try not to hurt your partner's feelings. All right, listen. Refrain from using the highway as a racetrack. Do not, Leo, drive fast on the highway today. It is not a racetrack. Not. You will not impress others by being generous. Don't be out there spending your money willy-nilly, because they're not going to be impressed today. And please, try not to hurt your partner's feelings, because you know you can do that, Leo. Especially the chicks. The lady Leos, they can hurt somebody's feelings. And they can say it in a nice, soft way, and it'd be crushing. And then they have to go back and try to fix it, and it's too late. So don't do that today. Virgo, you can make extra money. Rewards will be yours if you put in the overtime required. You'll be able to enlist the help of colleagues who believe in your ideas. New projects may lead you into a dead end. So you got some new projects that is going to lead to a dead end. But you got colleagues who's going to help you because they believe in your ideas. That's nice. And if you want to make that extra money, you got to put in the overtime. You got to put the work in. You hear what I'm saying? You got to grind. You got to put the work in. Just trying to help you out. You want to make that extra money, you got to put the extra work in. That's why I was working on Sunday. What? I was working on Sunday. I had a client. I had a meeting. I was just running around. I was working. I was supposed to be resting. I woke up this morning tired too, y'all. Tired. And then I got excited when I saw LinkedIn approve me to go live. I was like, yay. So even though I was tired, I felt good afterwards. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Notary Astrologer Micah Thyssen, so stay tuned. Okay, so I gotta tell y'all something real quick, right? So when I when I added this song to the playlist, all I heard was "So I'll Get Over You" and the beat, and I was like, "Oh, that's a beautiful beat." I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you don't speak Japanese, what's K-pop? Japanese K-pop? Korean. So if you don't speak Korean, you probably knew nothing she was saying. Because it was all in Korean except for the hook, "I'll get over you." And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't understand anything she's saying. But she said, "But I'll get over you." And I'm like, oh. So that part is in English, but the rest of the song is in Korean. Because it's K-pop. I'm like, oh. But it was pretty, though. It was a pretty song. Like, the beat was nice. I just don't know what she was saying until she said, "But I'll get over you." I'm like, oh, my God. Ooh, so shout out to all my K-pop people out there. Yes, your girl just broke K-pop on the Good Morning with Net show. Yes, I should have put that in the tag. K-pop. Listen to that. It's a pretty song, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have really good songs.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like not that I listen to a lot of K-pop, but,
her voice is beautiful. I'm like, she has a beautiful voice. I just don't know what she's saying until she said, "Until I get over you." I'm just, hey, K-pop, yes, I love it. Maybe I need to speak Korean. All right. We're going to pick it up with Libra back. I'm back doing the horoscopes brought to you by Know the Astrologer, Micah Thys. We're going to pick it up with Libra. I got sidetracked for a second. Okay, cool. You may have been too nice to a friend who just wanted to take advantage of you. Spend time with friends or family. You would need to do a lot of research if you wish to get to the bottom of the things. All right, Libra, don't let people take advantage of you. You know, it's so funny. My brother is, between the two of us, he's probably the nicer of the two of us. Like, he is, because I think he puts up with way more stuff than I ever will. Yeah. And so he's a Libra, and his birthday is coming up this week, I think. The 27th. But he puts up way more stuff. So when I think about it, he says I'm really nice. And I am really nice, but he's probably nicer than me. Because of some of the stuff he puts up with, I'm like, kick rocks. I just would be. So funny. Scorpio, unforeseen changes in your location are apparent. You should regain some of your self-esteem if you get involved in organizational functions. You will be extremely receptive to new and progressive methods at work. Okay, Scorpio, get it done. You're going to be receptive to new and progressive methods. You're trying to get it done. Sometimes you got to think outside of the box. You got to be a little innovative. And so that's what you're saying. Now, here's the thing. You got some unforeseen changes that could come to your location, and they could be apparent. So, you know what? Just go ahead with it. Just don't even stress about it. In the meantime, you should regain some of your self-esteem and get involved in organizational functions. Anytime you can feel good about who you are is a good thing, because it all starts in with you. All right, cool. Sagittarius, delve into worthwhile causes that will show results if you put in the effort. You will get bored quickly. That sounds like me. So make sure that you have scheduled enough activity to hold your interest. Family members may feel anxious if you make promises you don't deliver on. Listen, if you can't make the promise, say just don't make it. Like, I can't do it. It's that simple. I can't do it. Nope, not gonna be able to do it. That way you ain't got to worry about people being stuck because you couldn't deliver on something that you promised. You don't want to do that. That makes you look bad. It gives you a bad reputation. All right. And your reputation is pretty much all your word and your rep and your health. 3 important things in your life. Word, rep, and health. Yes. Protect them. Capricorn, tell them to get out of the mess they're in, and then you'll consider getting together with them. Do your work at home if you can. Someone may be trying to make you look bad. Acknowledge your lover's need. You got a lot going on. You got mess going on. You got somebody that you got to move. You making the lover look bad. Somebody trying to stab you in the back at work. Oh my God! You need to cleanse yourself, Capricorn. Do a cleansing. Get some sage. Burn it. Cleanse your space. Huh?
I was gonna say, get some sage. Jump all in that smoke.
Just sage yourself, Cap. You got a lot going on right there. People trying to make you look bad. You neglecting your lover. I'm just trying to help you out. Aquarius, accommodate others, but not before you do your own thing. Do the proper safety checks before you go out. You can invest in profitable ventures. Don't let your partner put you down. Don't let anybody put you down, Aquarius. And let me tell you something. Here's the thing about people who try to put you down. When you snap back, they think you're crazy. Like, listen, don't come for me because I ain't come for you. What's the saying?
Come for you, right?
Don't come for me because I ain't call you.
I'll step for you.
That's right. Listen, I'm going to come back.
Step to me if I ain't step to you.
That's right. So listen, don't let your partner put you down. Don't let anybody put you down. Nobody. because you're worth it. You know what?
Nobody.
I love myself. You ain't gonna put
I
me
am
down.
worthy.
I am worthy. That's not the word though, but the word you are worthy.
No, that's not the word.
Word is coming up right after these horoscopes. Hold on, she coming. Pisces, this is my fellow fish. Here we go, fish. Pisces, don't be afraid to make additions to your house. You can make drastic changes in your professional direction today. Yeah, so today, something is going on today. Today is Harvest Moon or something, and it's got all this good stuff for Pisces today. So go look it up, because I don't know. I just know that my daughter, I told y'all she's my guru. She sends me all this stuff. She done sent me like meditation songs, affirmation songs, and so she sends me all this stuff. So today is the full moon, Harvest Moon day, and for us fish, it's supposed to be some great things. So go look up and see what you're supposed to do today, what you're supposed to be manifesting and writing down and affirming. All that today by 7:55. That's what I do know. Whatever happens, supposed to start today by 7:55 or something. Go look it up. And in the meantime,
let's go.
You've been a little down and you need a little lift. Today is your day. Lift up, baby. Rise up, fish. I haven't been down, y'all. Yeah, I'm grateful because I've been down, but I've been busy. That's probably why I haven't had a chance to be down. No,
I haven't had a chance to be down.
I don't want to be down. I want to be down. Don't want to be. Nope, don't want it.
Okay, come on.
All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing, to bring you more of the horoscopes. Now let's get on with our word of the week with my co-host, Georgette Teller. Welcome.
Well, thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Welcome to you, too.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good morning, Gwinnett. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. See, Audrey was busy. I've been a little busy, so usually we talk, but we just haven't been talking as much because we're so busy. Telling you, so many things that's happening. It's crazy. So crazy. But it's all good, though. I'm excited. Shuffling the cards. Okay. Let's see where we got for you this week. Let's see. All righty. Okie dokie, Smokey. All right. The word for the week is... Hey, drum roll, please. No, just joking. I don't have a drum roll. Okay, there we go. Oh, my cards are so pretty. Okay, inventive. Inventive. Can you see that? The word for the week is inventive. Okay, inventive. So it's not, that word really resonates a lot with me and Audrey too, considering inventive is plus size fashioned off. But I think being inventive, though, it doesn't necessarily always have to be a product that you're inventing, right? It could be actually a different way to look at things. So being inventive is having the ability to create and design new things or to think originally. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be a specific product or something that's tangible. Being inventive could be a way to change the way that you do things. It could be a process or an action. If you want to be inventive with, let's just say, cooking, you could be more inventive and creative using different spices, things like that. I know people who use like 2 spices, to cook with forever and years and years and years. I mean, be inventive. Look up different recipes, look up different ways you can approach different things, whether if it's not cooking, it could be teaching, right? You can teach somebody something differently or a better process to help them out in different situations, even if it's adults that you're teaching or training or children that you're teaching or training. It is about being inventive this week. It's about tapping into that creativity and all the things that make you who you are and all the ways that you think differently. So just use that word to be inventive, and I just really would love to know what you come up with, how you change the things that you do, how you shift the processes that you do in your life. I mean, even when it comes to driving a certain place, though, drive differently. You know what I mean? Drive, get to your place in a different way, because it gives you a different perspective on how things look around you. We can get stuck really in the things that we do on a regular basis and do them the same way all the time. Be inventive and change that up, because it really does give you a different perspective of your life. It gives you a different opportunity to see different things. So that word today is about being inventive. You are inventive. I know you are creative out there. I know you have some amazing gifts to share with people and some amazing opportunities to shift how you think about the way you do a process or an action or even create a product. So, I want you to stay inventive. That means you're going to stay excited about the things that are coming up in your life and be able to share that with somebody else. So just a different way, different method. Word of the week, inventive.
Word of the week is inventive. Listen, guys, I know you guys are wondering, which is weird. It must be. So if you're listening to me on Facebook, there's a chance that you might not have heard Georgette because I'm looking at my speaker monitor and you hear me good. But I think one of the microphones is not working, so I apologize for that. But the word of the week is inventive. And so if you did not hear her, if you're not hearing what she's saying, I apologize for that. But sometimes the technical issues happen right at the last minute, especially when you go live. So, as I work to make this show better and better, that's one of the things I'm working on my audio because I know that's important for you, especially those of you who want to listen. Now, you can hear me good. Like, I can see the speaker monitor going up, so you hear me good, but you may not hear her good on Facebook. And so we're going to fix that because I'll be going live pretty soon on LinkedIn, probably tomorrow. And I don't know. I was fumbling around with my microphones this weekend because I was changing them out, trying to make something happen. And it was working fine, but now it's not working as well. And Georgette said she heard static on the other mic. So let me tell y'all something. And I know some people would cringe about this, but I do this show the way I do it because this is the way I like to do it. I get energy from doing a live show. And most people don't do live. They will produce a show and distribute it 5 days a week, but it's not a live show. I personally like to do live, and so I had somebody ask me the other day, I think it was Saturday, like, why you want to do live all the time? I said, because I like doing live. It gives me a lot of energy to go live. So, but I run into problems sometimes. So, and that's with anything. No matter what you do, you're always going to run into some type of problem. So, and that's not me being negative. That's me being real. Like it's just the way it is. I was in a meeting. And I was, we hosted the International Health Summit. I was the moderator for the first day, the first half. And so the person that was organizing, she was stressing out. And I said to her, it was hilarious. I said, something's going to go wrong. So the district attorney, she's like, oh my God, you're being so negative. I said, no, I'm not being negative. I'm being real. I'm being realistic. I said, and I need for her to have realistic expectations so she can know how to handle them ahead of time. It was so funny. And something did go wrong, but you have to expect that. Like, you don't want things to go wrong, but chances are things may go wrong. So if you're not blindsided if they go wrong, then you can handle it. But if you're blindsided, then you can't handle it, and then you freak out, and then it makes it worse.
If you expect everything to go right, that's not realistic.
Not realistic.
Not everything goes right.
Not everything goes right, and it was so funny. She's like, "Oh my God, you're being negative." I'm like, "I'm not being negative. I'm just giving her she needs to know that something could go wrong." Of course, I want the best to happen, but that sometimes stuff happens. And I want to say the other word, but it's a family show. It's a family show. All right, I'm going to go to another song. I'll be back after this song to give you what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So stay tuned. I'll be right back after this song, even though you can't hear Georgette. Times a Day. I like that song. This is all new music, y'all. So that's a good song. Like, I like it. It's like, Is She in Your Arms Like It Used to Be. I love that. I have a client right now who's launching an internet radio station, he and his brother. I thought that was so cool. So they're going to be playing regular mainstream music. Like, our music is not mainstream. Well, let me say this. I don't know. Maybe you can hear it on the radio. I don't listen to the radio, so that's probably the other problem. Like, if I'm in my car, I'm listening to a podcast. So, but anyway, I have a client. They're launching an internet radio station, so I'm walking them through that process, and it's exciting whenever I can help people, do something that they love. He's an amazing artist. So one is an artist and an ex-military person, and the brother is a pastor. And one said he cursed like a sailor, and the other's a pastor. And I'm like, well, how's that gonna work out, right? And it's funny, and their names are very similar. It's hilarious. One is TJ and one is JJ. So it's crazy. But anyway, I'm excited to help them. And when we were talking about music, and I was like, listen, you guys are trying to do a radio station. The music licensing is different than me doing a podcast, because my music is not mainstream. So the process is a little bit different. So I gave them some advice on some things they should do. So they have agreed to do Live 365 as their platform, and they're excited. So I had a meeting with them yesterday, and they're funny too, boy. They have, because I'm trying to wait to see how the show's gonna roll out because of who they are. But one of them is an artist, and his work is beautiful. Like, he is a freehand artist, and he's painted some things that look like you took a picture. Like, he had a shirt on yesterday of DMX that he painted, and I'm like, that's beautiful. He's like, yeah, I did this. It was beautiful. So they're my clients. I'm gonna be walking them through the process of growing their radio station, which is a first for me. Radio station is a first for me, so I'm excited about that too. All right, let's get on to some news you can use. So right now, Chris Rock just tested positive for COVID-19. He did. And he's urging people to get vaccinated, and that's the thing. Like, right now, we still have some hesitation from people wanting to get vaccinated. And I don't know. I feel like, and for real, it's going to really be like one of those things, like I think you said, Georgette, you get a flu shot every year. I think it's going to be that type of thing, because this virus is mutating every day that it's out there in the air. It's mutating. And because so many people have not got the vaccine, it's going to continue to mutate. So in order for us to fight it, we're going to have to get vaccinated probably every year. Now, I can tell you this. My uncle was supposed to go get his booster today, which he had the Pfizer, and they canceled it. They said Pfizer...
Yeah, they canceled mine too.
Yeah, they said Pfizer had not been approved by the FDA for the booster yet. I'm like, oh, crap. So, I don't know what to do at this point. My uncle has been very safe. He was the safest one out of all of us. And I'm telling you, he walks around with tissue in his nose in the house. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but when he first used to do it, we were like, how he got that tissue in his nose? Well, he was the only one in my family who didn't get COVID. The only one. And y'all know the devastation we faced from COVID. So, yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, Chris Rock got diagnosed with COVID, and he sent a message to everyone still on the fence to get vaccinated. Not my question is...
Didn't he have a breakthrough? Wasn't he a breakthrough person?
I don't know.
I thought he was vaccinated already.
Did he? Because I don't know. I was just about to say, did he get vaccinated? Because that'd be interesting to know. Yeah, he was vaccinated. Which one did he have?
Yeah.
Oh, Johnson & Johnson.
Oh.
I'm looking at it right here, y'all. AJC.com. You want to see the full story? He said he called himself 2 shots. Chris Rock before clarifying that he received 1 shot from Johnson & Johnson. Now, I got Moderna, 2 shots.
I got Pfizer,
2 shots. I don't know. It's the people that this 1 shot thing. I don't know. Johnson & Johnson. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, he's urging people to go get vaccinated, and I'm telling you, and I'm sure the fact that he actually got the 1 shot probably saved him a lot of, probably helped him fight off the illness a little bit better, because they were saying that if you got the vaccine, even if it's Johnson & Johnson, it help you fight the vaccination off. Like, one of my friends she got corona again too. Like, she got corona after being vaccinated, and I said to her, which shot did you get? She said Johnson & Johnson. But they told her, had she not gotten that shot, like the vaccine period, she probably would have died, because she had double pneumonia after she got the vaccine, like double pneumonia. And she was hospitalized and everything, but she, God saved her. And but the doctors told her, had she not got any vaccine, she probably wouldn't have made it. So I'm grateful. She's been one of my friends since we were 17 years old. As a matter of fact, she was one of the people that invested in Georgette and our first company. Like, she was the first one to write it. Outside of my brother and my mother and my uncle, she was the first one to write us a check to launch the company. So, and she's been my friend since we were like juniors in high school. So, and we're little old ladies now.
I'm glad she's good, though.
Yeah, she's good.
Little old ladies.
Yeah, we were little old ladies right now, y'all. So, 17, that was a long time ago.
Older than you, right?
Next time I see 17, I'll be 117, God willing.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Now, here's something interesting, though. So, on the vaccine level, one, they're saying that they believe Gwinnett County should pay people $100 to take the vaccine. I don't know. Gwinnett has money, I think, to do certain things. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you think people should get paid to take the vaccine? Like, for me, my life, that's enough. I'm just saying, my family life. I don't think anybody would have to pay me. However, now listen here. If y'all gonna start paying folks, Georgette and I have been vaccinated. You should pay us too. Because we stepped up first. So I'm just kidding, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, we just joking. Not for real though. We ain't really joking. Like, I need an oil change right now. I'm kidding.
Pay the people. This is my thing. It's like always that case. That's how I feel too. Like, pay. Not even just pay us, but just say, hey, you guys stepped up. You did what you're supposed to do. Here's a little something, something. It's like we did what we're supposed to do, and they don't even talk about people who've done the things that they're supposed to do. It's just like. It's kind of like those telephone things, right? Everybody, all the new people get all the things, all the amazing prizes and products and stuff like that. But people who've been with companies for 15 years, they don't get any perks really. It's just like, oh, great, thanks for being with us, But hey, we want the new people. Let's give them everything to join. Come on, people, treat everybody fairly. Let's go.
I know. I don't even understand. We could stay on this forever, but we won't. Because at the end of the day, your family. You know what I mean? Like,
it's your family.
It's your family. I saw this story last week, G, and this woman was saying, she and her husband thought that, it was a fluke, it was a media scheme, all this crazy. He died. Because she said that's how we thought. And I'm thinking, really? Like, you don't see all of these people dying? Like, how could that be a media scheme? So they didn't believe it, and he contracted COVID, and he passed. So he was a firefighter, and he passed away. And now his wife got to raise 3 little children. They had little children, looked like they were like 3, 4, and 5. Wow. They were like little children. She has to raise these children by herself, and she was saying get vaccinated. She said, but until he got it, they thought it was a fluke. I'm like, really? Like, I don't even understand the thought process behind that.
Yeah, it's just too much information and too much science and just too much stuff out there. Too many other people around you dying. I mean, I can't believe that they didn't have anybody else that died from that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or knew anybody else who died from that. So, but like you said before, it's not even about, as an adult, we won't talk about that, but as an adult, I was going to say something. It's a family show. As an adult, if you have children or people who have children, I would think that you would just do that to make sure that those children are protected. Yeah. Because people want to say what they're going to do for their children, and they want to fight against having masks. Well, you know what? That's not helping your child.
Right.
Your child is okay with wearing a mask. I mean, if you ask them, they're going to do what you tell them to do. But my thing is, it's their safety. You have to protect them. They cannot get vaccinated. So you have to protect them. If that is your desire to protect your children, then I think you need to. I mean, at the end of the day, my thing is this. So many of us would not have been here if our parents did not vaccinate us. Okay? So look at that scenario. If our parents did not say, I'm going to get my child vaccinated from all of these other diseases out here, some of us wouldn't even be here to have this conversation.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But, it's so crazy because they're saying that the death toll from the COVID-19 is bypassing the Spanish flu.
I believe that.
Yeah, so
I totally believe that.
You know, and people are just dropping like flies because and they've been doing that for like a year now, like almost 2 years. We're going into our second, almost 2 years. So it's just crazy. I still don't understand why people don't believe it. Like it's a fluke. It's the media. Like what? Like I just don't understand that rationale. Like even if you say I don't want to get the vaccine because they're going to experiment on me, I feel like they're going to. I understand that better. But for you to say it's not real, it's a fluke, it's something they made up, that part I just don't understand. Like, I don't quite get that. And I don't know. So you need something tragic to happen to your family before you actually believe it. Like, why would you want to even trust me, that is the most painful thing I've ever done in my life, to bury my mom because she died of COVID. Mm-hmm. That is the most painful thing that I live with every day. Every day. Yeah, because she passed away from COVID. So I don't even understand the rationale and the thought process. But there are people that believe it. Now, speaking of that, and this was not supposed to be a COVID show. Not at all. However, everything in the news is about COVID right now. It says Pfizer just announced in a highly anticipated announcement that now the vaccine may be available for 5-year-olds up to 11.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they say they got some robust data back in response to children. They tested the vaccine on 2,268 children between the ages of 5 and 11. They used a 2-dose regime. They administered 21 days apart, and it worked well. So 5-year-old, and so I'm pretty sure that's going to be coming out soon. So. You know, and it's scary. They're little. Like when I think about my sugar baby having to get the vaccine, I'm scared. But when I think about her getting COVID, I'm even more afraid. And so, you know, it's scary. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so scary. Yeah. It's just everything.
It's scary either way.
Either way.
You know, I think that's the truth. It's scary either way. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we don't know what's in there. But, and as far as parents are concerned, we don't know what's in half the drugs these, you know, people are telling us to take either. So let's be realistic about this. You know, they're not, you know, they take these drugs. Okay, I'm going to take them. You know, we don't know what's going to happen to us. So it's like, but you see the results of COVID. You see those results, like, in your face. You know what I mean? It is happening to people. I mean, within a day or 2 days or 5 days, these people are not here anymore. Like, so, I mean, you have to, I don't know. I mean, I know it's a personal thing a lot of times, but you have to weigh the options too, you know, and you have to look at it realistically. And I'm just glad that they do that they're thinking about or hoping that this vaccine for younger kids happens. But, you know, of course, it'll still be the same situation. We'll still be people who don't want to vaccinate, and we understand that. But, you know, you have to look at it. This is your children's life. You have to decide, you know, what you think is going to benefit them in the long run, I guess.
And I think most people do, like, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at, you know, how this is going to protect my child, because they're afraid. Like, they're afraid for themselves. I get it. Nobody gets that more than African American people. We get that we don't want to put anything in our bodies that we don't know what the heck it is most of the time. Well, let me just say this. Some of us do. The majority of us do. Let me say that part, because I can't speak for everybody. The majority of us do. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there. Let's move on to some good stuff. I'm going to leave it right, because that could go into a whole nother thing. Let's talk about some good news. So Gwinnett School District seeks volunteers and mentors for students. Yes, they need a volunteer. The Gwinnett Public School System is seeking volunteer mentors for the school year. The school district community-based program has 4 divisions or priorities that provide individual small group mentoring. So here's what you can do. Here's the groups. African American Boys Priority is directed by James Rayford. African American Girls Priority, directed by Nicole Tomlinson. Hispanic Boys Priority, directed by O.J. Soto. And Hispanic Girls Priority, I said girls before, Hispanic Boys, Hispanic Girls. Hispanic Girls is directed by Nori Crawford. Now, if you want to volunteer, they need your help. They need your help to volunteer. They need you to be a mentor. And you can apply online. And so just go to the Gwinnett County Public School System website, and you can probably apply online. I'm a mentor at Charlotte High School, and as a matter of fact, I got something that I got to do for them. I got to speak on, I think it's October the 14th, which is my grandmother's birthday. I got to speak, but I'm a mentor of they have a program called Business advertising and marketing. I think it is. Of course, that's my space. All of that's my space, and so I'm going to be speaking on that. Pretty soon, I think in the next 2 weeks. The school is going to train the district mentors and match them with students and provide ongoing support resources. Prospective mentors must be at least 21 years or older, must complete an application, attend an online training session, undergo fingerprinting, and a background check according to the district. So you can become a member if you hit those criteria, but you have to sign up to apply, and you get listen. They're gonna take your fingerprints now, so don't go there acting like I ain't tell you. If you got something going on, don't even. If is it really bad, they're gonna take your fingerprints. I'm just trying to help y'all out. I'm just trying to help you out. Some people go, G. They'll go and then the next thing you know, it's like, well, I didn't. No, I told you. They're gonna take your fingerprints.
Right. Fingerprints, yes. You're working around children. You should expect that.
Yeah, they're working. So Chick-fil-A, people love Chick-fil-A, and I ain't gonna lie, I love the Cobb salad too. But now they're about to pass the company over to the third generation. See, this is what I'm trying to. This is a legacy company that's gonna outlive us, right? They'll be on the moon selling Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. They're gonna outlive us, and so now they're about to hand the company over because now they got to pass the baton. And this is one of the things that I work so hard for, is to create a legacy company that I can pass the baton to the next generation of people in my family. And so they had the founder; he has passed it one time. Now they're about to pass it a third time because I guess the person that's in charge right now says, it's time for me to step down. Let's pass it again, and they will keep passing the baton. And they will keep the legacy going. I'm serious. Yeah. Y'all think I'm joking. I hope in 100 years y'all can pull this episode up. It's like, you know what? She said that they were going to be on the moon with Chick-fil-A because they will, or on the Mars with Chick-fil-A because they will.
Selling chicken nuggets.
Organic off the Mars.
Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Some Mars chicken fillet, whatever. But they're passing the baton on once again, and that's what drives me. Like, it's not money, it's legacy that drives me. That's what drives me, because if I could create something, which I am creating right now, and when I'm gone, I could pass it on to my daughter or my nephews or my niece or my goddaughter, and I could pass it on, it keeps going. And it's a legacy. That's a 3-generation company, and they're passing it to the 3rd generation right now. And I ain't mad at them. Listen, they figured out the formula. It works. I don't care. Whenever you go to Chick-fil-A, there's a freaking line. It's a line.
Always.
My uncle. Every time my uncle and I go by there, he's like, "What? What do they sell?" I say, "They don't sell nothing but chicken. They just added macaroni and cheese, I think, about a year ago, and they got the best cookies though. I ain't gonna lie. That chocolate chip cookie is about 750 calories. I'm kidding. It may not be that many calories, but it tastes like."
You know what? Their process is so streamlined. I will tell you.
Yeah.
The way that they take orders is so streamlined, and I really wish that some of these other companies follow suit, because I'm telling you, we won't even talk about the waiting in these fast food places here. I cannot. I'm just, I'm done with that. It just takes forever. Yeah. But I mean, Chick-fil-A has a system, and they're really good at processing. I mean, at the process of getting your food in time, and how they take your order, it's great. And that's one thing I can say about them.
It is really great. Yes. You go there, and even though you see a lot of people, that line is constantly moving. And the one over by Gwinnett Medical, it's so good. So they have an officer directing traffic, so they make sure that the street is not blocked. Like, he's out there directing traffic, and they need that. Because people love Chick-fil-A. Listen, some people don't like the family because of who they are, whatever. At the end of the day, there are a lot of people that love Chick-fil-A. That's why they're so successful. That's why they've been able to keep that company afloat. Listen, they pivoted when they need to pivot. Now they got the Chick-fil-A vans that will drop your Chick-fil-A off to your house. Like, listen, they're not playing. But I said all that to say, this is what it means to build a legacy-driven company, right? It's not about the money. It's about making sure that the next generation got something to carry on, that they can hire people and be a part of the community. Chick-fil-A sponsors everything. I need to figure out how to get them to sponsor this show. I'm going to have to go, listen, I love your Cobb salad. Sponsor this show.
I know. I love the Cobb salad. That's the only thing I do get from there.
I love your Cobb salad. I need you to be a sponsor on my show. The crazy thing is, I've never asked them. So I'm putting it out to the universe.
So let's ask them.
Chick-fil-A, I need you to sponsor this show. Them. We need money, though. We don't need chicken sandwiches. I know. I need money for the show. Because they'll sponsor some lunch in a minute. Like Chick-fil-A, every time I go somewhere, I'm like, man, Chick-fil-A sponsor food in a minute. Like, I don't need no chicken sandwiches.
Yes. We need financial.
We need funding, like money.
Funding.
All right.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to finish off the show, so stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in the internet around Gwinnett County, and my co-host today, Georgette Teller. You know, she gave y'all the word of the week. So listen, there was a lot of stuff going on this weekend here in Gwinnett County. There was like a fair. I went to an event at the Rose Jordan Park given by the family. There was an event there. Lawrenceville downtown was rocking all Saturday. I'm talking about just people everywhere. I couldn't even go to that one because I was tired from going to the other one. Let me tell y'all something. So I love going to events, but I gotta tell y'all, them freaking bugs at the park. Oh my goodness. So Chef Hank was at this event. So for those of you who don't know who Chef Hank was, he was on one of the previous episodes way back when. But he has a nonprofit called Let 'Em Eat. And so he feeds the homeless. And he has partnerships with different organizations that support his organization so he can go out and feed the homeless. Well, he was feeding us on Saturday. And he had this really good sandwich called what was it called? It was called the Sammy. It was like a smoked ham, barbecue smoked ham with like onions on. It was delicious. I couldn't even enjoy it because the flies tried to take it from me. I'm talking about flies were treacherous. I was like, what the freak is going on with the flies? But I want to give a shout out to Brandon. Oh, so this is pretty cool. So I get to Rose Jordan Park, and I walk up. So Derek is there because he's out there politicking. He's trying to be the commissioner for the state of Georgia, insurance and safety fire commissioner for the state of Georgia. So he was out there with his table, meeting and greeting everyone. And I walk up to the table where the Solicitor General's table was. Who our Solicitor General is Brian Whiteside. He had a table, and there was a gentleman there. So I had on my shirt with the map of Gwinnett. That's the shirt is the whole shirt is the map of Gwinnett, and it had the Good Morning Gwinnett logo. And he said, "Hey." He said, this guy says, is that you? And I said, what? He said, Good Morning Gwinnett. I said, yeah, that's me. He said, I listen to this show all the time. I was like, cool. So I want to give a shout out to Brandon for listening to this show. Listen to me act the fool on Monday through Thursdays. I don't act the fool when I'm talking business, though. But for the most part. So thanks for listening, Brandon. I really appreciate you. It's so cool when people are really listening. Because I talk 4 days a week. I don't know if anybody's listening or not. Somebody comes into the room, I see a little thing on Facebook, they give me a high five and they keep it moving. So I don't know who's listening to the show, but I want to thank everybody that listens to the show. And thank you, Brandon, at the Solicitor General's office. Yay. For listening to the show. That was pretty cool. So I was like, oh man, I felt excited. But anyway, it was so much stuff going on this weekend. But I got to give a shout out to the Grayson Rams. Yes. The Grayson Rams, they pulled it out. They won the game. Of course, I was at the football game Friday night, y'all. Because my little man played football. My nephew, Jalen Bell, they call him Hollywood. Like Hollywood. That's his name, Hollywood. It reminds me of Deion Sanders. Like Deion Sanders was called, what did they call Deion? Deion is a show. Jalen's not a showboat. Deion was a straight up showboat. Like if you have watched,
he was a showboat.
Yeah, Deion was a showboat. Like if you watch, Deion is still a showboat. But people love Deion because he was an entertainment. He was an athletic entertainer. That's what he was because that's what he did. He entertained.
They say his nickname was Prime Time.
Prime Time. That's what it was. They call him Prime Time. But it was a guy in the stand. He was calling my nephew that Prime Time. I'm like, really? Jalen is so quiet though. But his nickname on his Instagram, his Twitter is Hollywood, and so he did a good job. And the Rams won. They took it on home, and Jalen got invited to go to Tennessee State. So in Tennessee, he went out to Tennessee. He and his mom and his sister. The game was Friday night. They left by 5:30 Saturday morning, going to Tennessee. And he got an offer for college. So he's a freshman, y'all. He's a freshman in high school. He has about 6 or 7 college offers already to go to college on full scholarship, on full ride. So I'm always so proud of the kids with all the things that they do, and they're doing great things. And I'm not just saying that because they're my nieces, my daughter, my nieces and nephews, but because they really are doing good things. And I'm always so very proud of them. And he's like, freshman. He still got 3 years left. And I said to my brother, what happens in like 4 years? He's like, well, they keep offering him. And at the end of 4 years, he got to make a decision. Mm-hmm. And if that's anything like my nephew, his brother Trey had 26 offers by the time he got finished high school. So at signing day for high school, he had to pick a choice out of 26. I don't even know how you make that decision. Like, that's pretty tough. So Trey picked Vanderbilt. And he went to Vanderbilt, and then he left there and went to UConn for the next 2 years. But yeah, he at the end of 4 years, he has options, which is good. As long as he stay healthy.
That's great. Always have options.
Yeah,
that's great.
As long as he stay healthy and stay, dedicated to the craft, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. But anyway, so that was this weekend. So a lot was going on this weekend. If you missed it, you missed a great weekend because they were doing a whole lot of fun stuff this weekend in the parks, on the lawn, downtown Snellville. They were just doing a lot. And I thought it was great. Decatur is having a book signing October the 2nd. So if you like authors, it's the Decatur Book Festival presented by Emory University. They're going to be doing the book festival October the 2nd. They got panels, so if you want to do that, be sure to do that. I'm going to go to this event. I've been trying to get to a book fair. I haven't been to a book fair in years. And I used to love to go to book fairs. Georgette and I we signed at book fairs. It's been so long, and every year I be saying I'm going to go. Now I think I got some scheduled for October the 2nd, which is kind of, I'm like, I want to go really bad, but I think I have something on my calendar already. If I don't have anything on the calendar, I'm going to try to go out to the.
I think you do.
I think something is on the calendar for October the 2nd. But anyway, The 2021 festival is going to be taking place October the 2nd. So if you want to go out and support the authors, yes, people still write books and they come in paper. I just want to put that out there because I know a lot of people don't think that people are writing. They do write books and you can still get them in paper. Like for real. Like I don't want to read anything but paper. Like I'm not a digital reader. Like I'm gonna read a book. I don't want to read a book online.
Yeah.
I just don't. I want to sit down. I want to relax. I want to read my book, just and enjoy the book. Like me trying to scroll. Because here's the thing about the phone and the tablet. It's distracting. Because what happens is you start you jump off for a second, and then the next thing you know, you're on Facebook. You're looking at Instagram. Yeah, so I don't want to do that anyway. So they're gonna have.
So you have the popcorn and politics on October 2nd. That's
what I got on October 2nd. Okay, so I'll be hosting Popcorn and Politics on October the 2nd. And you want to check that out. So quick plug here for Popcorn and Politics. Popcorn and Politics is a new podcast that I'm launching. Focus on what? Politics. What does the popcorn piece come in at? The popcorn piece come in because it was a discussion when I was talking to my candidate, my client, Derek J. Wilson, who's running for Insurance and Safety Fire Commissioner for the state of Georgia. We were talking about fundraising, and we were talking about doing a fundraiser for a popcorn fundraiser. Now I gotta tell y'all, we did the fundraiser. That freaking popcorn is delicious. Do you hear me? I'm about to order some more. And so I do this all the time. Georgette knows I'll be talking about something and something just comes out and it sounds amazing. That's amazing. So I was like, yeah, we can call it Popcorns and Politics. And when I said it out my mouth, I was like, and my mom thinks that's gonna be a show. That's gonna be a podcast. And so that's how Popcorn and Politics came about. And what we're trying to figure out now is how to support candidates with the fundraiser through the show. And so I'm still working on that piece, and hopefully by the 2nd I have it all figured out, because I think it's a great opportunity to help support candidates to push their agenda forward. Not just know I haven't figured it out yet, and I ain't trying to support everybody's agenda. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm trying to figure that part out. I haven't figured that part out just yet. How to do that. But I think it's a great thing, and it's catchy. Like I've thrown the name out there a couple of times to some people, and they all think that's really cool. So it's gonna be, and I think it's gonna be very informative, because you get a chance to hear these candidates who is asking you for their vote. You get a chance to hear what they're trying to offer. You get a chance to learn about a little bit more about them. You get to put a name to the face, a face to the name, because you probably hear the names and don't see the faces. And for me, as a politician, if I was running for something, I'd be on every platform out there. Not only would I be out there shaking hands, kissing babies, and knocking on doors, but there are a lot of people who don't go outside at all. They sit right in front of their computer like they're doing right now on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and all these different platforms. You got to reach people where they are. And let me tell y'all something. I was on a call with a congresswoman on Friday, and she said you have to treat your political campaign like a business. Now, I knew this. I already knew that, because when I look at this, I'm working on a campaign right now with Derek. And when I look at this, I'm like, man, we need to do all on the marketing side. I wear like 12 hats. It's crazy. But when I look at this, I feel like it's like running a business, because you got to create awareness. You got to craft the message. You got to make sure you're marketing. This is like a business. And she said it. She said, she was very nice. She spent about an hour talking to us. And she said, listen, you got to treat it like a business. So now anybody know me. Y'all know I know the business side. I don't know all the political jargon, and, I don't know all the legislations and the House bills, and I don't know all that stuff yet. But on the business side and on the marketing side and on the branding side, that's where I live at every day. That's why you listen to this podcast. So, you got to treat it like a business. And so it's interesting. So Popcorn and Politics is going to be interesting. It's not just political candidates here in Georgia. It's going to be politicians from around the world, because politicians are around the world. Like, I really want to know, I want to talk to people in other countries and how their political systems work. So I got my work cut out for me, but it's exciting. It's super duper exciting. If you want to sponsor the show, please reach out to me, Audrey at noisemedia.us. If you would like to sponsor Popcorn and Politics, we are accepting sponsorships right now today. Only about 2 though. It won't be a whole lot of commercials running through that show because that's a serious show. So I'm only going to be accepting about 2 sponsors, maybe 3. One at pre-roll, one at mid-roll, and one at post-roll. Now, where you fit in that scheme depends on how soon you get to me about being a sponsor. And of course, the first one to sponsor at the pre-roll, they got the first spot. It's going to be a little bit more for you. So look at your budget, but reach out to us. Audrey at noisemedia.us. All right. Anyway, so that's all I got for you today. Let me give you my word of inspiration. I ain't going to even go to a song before I close. I'm just going to give you the word of inspiration because it's like 11:18. I know you got to go, and I don't want to keep it no longer. So here goes the word of inspiration for today. To succeed in life, you need 3 things. This is a funny one, y'all. To succeed in life, you need 3 things. You need a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. Let me say that one more time because some people are like, what? To succeed in life, you need 3 things. You need a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. Reba McEntire said that and she was absolutely right. You need a wishbone because with the wishbone, you can see the things that you wish to have happen, right? You need that bone. That's the vision part of your success. Being able to see it, right? You wish it could happen, but you got to put the action behind it so it happens. You need a backbone so you can stay the course. You need
that's right.
You need a backbone, y'all, so you can stay. Because let me tell y'all something. It ain't easy. This is not an easy life until you get to a certain point where you can just hire all these people and you pay them and you just show up to a meeting and say, hey.
Yay.
Yeah. But you need a backbone for that because people will kick your back in and you got to realign your backbone. Go to the chiropractor. You know, your back is going to get twisted out of place. Go back to the chiropractor, realign again. You need a backbone. But most of all, you need a funny bone. You need to be able to laugh at your mistakes. You need to be able to laugh off the things that's going to piss you off sometimes. You need a funny bone. Because listen, we got all kind of technical problems this morning. And I'm feeling real good. Even though I know that some people are like, oh my God, I couldn't hear the show. I'm sorry. I couldn't fix the technical issues in 3 minutes. It was literally 9:57 when we discovered we had a technical problem. I did the best I could in 3 minutes. Here's the thing. Got to laugh at that like, okay, whew, now I got to go back and fix that. Now, I ain't going to be laughing later because I got to fix it. But at that moment, I could have been like stressing out and crying, or I could laugh at it. So I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. Ish happens.
It is what it is.
Ish happens every day. So anyway, thank you again for listening. Thank you, Georgette, for bringing us the word of the week. Inventive.
So well.
What are you going to invent today? Listen, you ain't got to literally invent something. Invent the perfect week. Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. You can invent that, y'all know. You know that? You can invent the perfect week.
You can invent the perfect week. Yes. The perfect day. Start off with the perfect day.
Perfect day.
Let's make this an inventive, beautiful, perfect day for you.
Listen, you can
Regardless.
You can do it. Let me tell you, you can do it. You can do it.
You can do
it. Like, you think you can't, honestly you can, right? Even if you need to take the day off from work, you're like, you know what? I just need a day. I need to invent some happiness today. Can you do that? Mm-hmm. Absolutely you can. Yeah. You know, start with the day and then invent the rest of this week. Start with today, invent tomorrow, invent Wednesday, invent Thursday, invent Friday, invent Saturday, invent Sunday, and come back on Monday and see what the word of the week gonna be. But now listen, now tune in tomorrow too. But you want the word of the week, you gotta come back next Monday. All right?
Next Monday.
Thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 21 minutes with Georgette and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. If you were at Rose Jordan Park this past Saturday and you like that shirt I was wearing, you can get your very own shirt by going to goodmorninggwinnett.com and click on the tab that says shop. There's a button there and you can get your size. My size is a little snug, but you can get your size. Pick your size, and they will ship you the shirt, just like mine. And I appreciate you, because that's going to support this show and help us keep it moving. Help us keep it expanding. We'll probably be live streaming tomorrow on LinkedIn. So if you are on LinkedIn, if you want to watch live, I think we'll be live streaming live tomorrow. I got to make sure everything is working properly before I do that. And I'm so excited about being able to do that. That's what my biggest following is on LinkedIn. I think I got 5,900.
Yeah.
32 followers or something crazy like that. That's not, for some of you, that's not a lot. For me, that's a lot because I don't spend a lot of time on social media. So I will be live streaming tomorrow, hopefully on LinkedIn. Be sure if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, give it 5 stars. Also, be sure to download our app from the App Store. If you got an Android phone or Apple phone, there's an app for that. And if you like Roku and you got a Fire Stick and you got an Apple TV, all these places, we're everywhere. Like, just pick a device and check out the show. All right, and be sure to share the show with your friends and family and share it on your social media so we can get more followers, so we can pick up some great sponsors, so we can keep putting the show out there and making it available for you on all the platforms. I love you. I want you to stay safe out there. Tell your family and friends you love them. Be sure to wash your hands, stay socially distant, because we're still in a pandemic, y'all. We're still in a pandemic, a bad one. The hospitals are overflowing right now. People are dying because they can't get a bed. This has to stop, but it starts with you. It starts with you. So do what you got to do to protect your family and friends and your communities. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, my good friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.